All right, good morning, welcome. I'm Felicia and I'm coming to you live from the Woodlands Yoga Studio here on this glorious sunny Monday morning. So happy May to everybody. Hope you enjoyed some aspect of the weekend. Maybe got outside, but as our Texas weather, heat and humidity starting to creep up, it's like welcome. We're now into kind of our summer here. But maybe some of you kind of ventured out, knowing that some businesses and restaurants have opened up and such. So my little soapbox for the morning is that we've done so well as a community in working on flattening the curve and really being mindful of the precautions. And I just want to encourage you to continue that, continue those social distancing and washing hands and maybe wearing those masks out in public and such, that we recognize that it's still a marathon and not a sprint, that we need to continue those efforts so that we can really move out of this storm here. And another side note is recognizing that a smile and just maybe a little extra ounce of patience can go a long way. I'm recognizing as I'm going out into public grocery stores and that, I think some people are just getting a little weary and our patients are wearing a little thin. So let's just kind of hold on a little bit longer here and we can really see the light at the end of this tunnel. So that was my soapbox. And today our class is going to focus on back. I call it the back TLC. So I think the majority of us have had some kind of kinks or aches and woes in our back, maybe a little more. But today's practice, we're going to work on spinal mobility from the neck all the way down to the sacral area. And then really focusing on some strengthening, some muscle activation exercises, particularly the trunk, our torso, to really help. So one of my favorite instructors to kind of follow, Trina Altman, she's done some wonderful workshops here at the yoga studio. And she has a phrase that I really like, so I'm going to borrow that from her. It's called, motion is lotion. And so I encourage you, those who do have some back issues, and that is to really, as usual, be mindful of those insults to the body, practicing with mindfulness, attentiveness, and moving at a level that's comfortable for you. But I also encourage you that if there's some motions where it's like, oh, I just never go that place because I know it's going to aggravate my back, is maybe today you play and just observe. That it's not moving fully into the pose, maybe it's moving 20% of the movement and just observing what happens. So with that in mind, a couple of props that we're going to use today. We invite you to take a block. If you don't have a block, grab a thick towel or blanket, and then we're going to kind of roll that for some aspect when we're lying down. And then if you have a belt, I encourage you to have that. We will be kneeling a little bit, and so if the knees need a little extra TLC, you can have a towel or blanket nearby. Ooh, there we go. So we're going to begin lying down onto our backs. So you can have your props just near the mat. And we're going to get ourselves started here. So invite you to lie down, having the knees bent, soles of the feet onto the floor. And then if you like, you can take your block or you can take your towel or so, place it between your knees. Just allow the knees to come towards center, what we call comfortable repose. And so as we begin this morning's practice, I invite you just to scan the body, observing, kind of bringing awareness to the shoulders. Observe how the shoulder blades are resting on the mat.
Bringing awareness to the hips. And as I said, today's focus is on our back, is maybe bring awareness into that torso. How does the back feel? And then as we move from the body, we begin to bring that awareness to the breath. Just a gentle inhalation. And then opening the mouth, let the air release. 2 more. As you invite the inhalation, inviting this sense of openness. And as you exhale, releasing, melting, feeling a sense of grounding the body towards the earth. 1 more. And now I invite you to continue with your breath, but now we're going to bring awareness into our pelvic area. We're going to invite just some gentle pelvic rocking. And you can utilize the breath for this. So as one inhales, allowing the belly to expand, let the pelvis tilt towards the knees. And as you exhale, drawing the navel to the low back, inviting the pelvis to tilt towards the head. Kind of tucking that tailbone under. So we'll go 3 more as we inhale, gently rocking forward. And on that exhale, gently rocking back. 2 more on your own rhythm. And on that last one, find that happy medium into that low back area, what we call a neutral spine. As we release the arms alongside of the body, thumbs pointing towards the sky. Again, 3 mindful breaths that as we inhale, we lift the arms up and overhead. If it's comfortable, let the fingers, hands touch. And then as we exhale, slowly drawing the arms alongside of the hip. 2 more, moving with a sense of mindfulness, feeling a sense of opening. Bring that awareness into the shoulders, the shoulder blades. How are they moving? And on that last exhalation, gently floating those arms down alongside of the body as we gently release the block, setting it alongside of the mat. And now bringing awareness to the legs and knees. On the exhale, we're going to draw the knees into the chest. Place our hands gently on top of those knees. Flex the feet, get a little extra bonus. As we inhale, we're going to gently press away, kind of coming into that 90-degree angle. And then exhale, gently drawing in. Let's go 2 more. On that next inhalation, gently releasing the soles of the feet back to the earth as we leave those legs about hip-width distance apart and gently windshield wipe the knees to one side, to the other. Nice and gentle, moving with the breath. And then the next time the knees drop over, we're gently rolling onto one side, pressing the body up, coming into our hands and knees. So coming into tabletop. If the knees need a little extra TLC, you can use your blanket or your towel here, giving yourself a little bit of support. begin with a gentle cat-cow. So we're going to spread those fingers nice and wide. Have those knees underneath the hips. Gently draw that navel to the low back. And so we're going to do 5 reps, but we're just going to play with it. So our first one, maybe moving 50%. That as you exhale, tuck that tailbone under, round in the spine, draw the chin to chest. And as you inhale, allow the tailbone to reach skyward, soften through the abdomen and chest. Look forward. And now the next 2 breaths, just moving. Maybe you move a little deeper. Inviting this movement, this sensation through the spine, warming up the muscles. And then on the next 2, maybe you play, maybe adding a little bit of side bend to the spine, kind of wagging the tail. Maybe rotating, kind of deepening into that stretch and holding. And take 2 more breaths. Just move the body whatever feels good. And then slowly coming back to center as we rise up onto our knees. So we're going to play a little movement here. Again, moving slow, bringing that awareness into the spine. So we're going to come up onto our knees, invited opening into our hip flexors here. As we inhale, we're going to reach the arms up. And on the exhale, we're going to come down, child's pose. Bring the hands behind the back. Again, inhale, rise up, reach and open. Exhale, we're going to come down, close. 3 more, moving with mindfulness. It's not about how fast we go, but can we get lift and invite this flexion here. Maybe you sink a little bit deeper, warming up here. Last one. Holding here for 2 full breaths. And then rising up, moving into table. We're transitioning down onto our stomach here, preparing for our cobra sequence. So we're going to move a little bit into our partial plank. So we're going to walk those forearms forward. Invite a little hold here if that's comfortable. Draw that navel to the low back. Move the ribs in towards center. Holding for 3 more breaths. And then on that last exhalation, releasing all the way down. Arms alongside of the body. Turn the head to the left. As we rest in Advasana, just really release the front of the body to the earth. Exhale. And so now we're going to incorporate some neck rotation through this. So again, we're going to be doing several reps through each sequence. So if the body doesn't particularly care for so many reps, I invite you just to do what is comfortable, coming to rest in a pose that's comfortable for you. So as we hold this, we're going to inhale, bring the head up, look forward. As we exhale, turn the head and look to the right. Again, inhale, lift, rotate the head, and look to the left. We're going to do another set and bring awareness. Are you clenching in the glutes? Can you relax through the legs, through the lower body? And gently rotating that head back to the left. Now we're going to bring the palms of the hands under the shoulders. Have the elbows tucked in close. So we're going to add a little bit of a baby cobra here. So as we inhale, I invite you to press a little bit. Lift the torso up. Bend that left knee. Rotate the head to the right. As we exhale, release the head, release the leg. Now again, as we inhale, we rise, bending that right knee. Rotate. Exhale, release down. So the pattern is as one inhales, we lift, the knee stays on the earth, rotating through. As you exhale, release down. Again, inhale, lift, rotate, exhale, down. This next set, we're going to lift both legs. We're keeping the knees down, just bending the knees. So as we inhale, we bend the knees, heels towards the glutes, rotate, release down. Now again, inhale, lift, rotate, release down. One more set. Inhale, lift, rotate, down. Last one. Inhale, lift, rotate, release down. Good. Release the arms, release the legs, give a little shake. And now bringing that awareness just to the lower extremity. So we're going to place our hands palm on top of the other, crocodile pose. Invite the forehead to rest on the back of the hand. I'm just going to have my head up so you can hear me here. So we're moving into our half locust, Ardha Salabhasana. So we're going to bring that awareness to that left leg. Feel that left leg getting long on the earth. And then on the inhale, lift. Engage that left glute. Can you relax through the right? And then exhale, release down. Again, right side now. Get long on the floor. Inhale, lift. Keep the hips level on the earth. Reach that leg. Exhale, release down. Again, inhale, left leg up. Focus is on extension. Exhale, release down. Right leg, inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Last set. We're going to hold it a little bit longer. Left leg, inhale, lift, reach and stretch. Let's go 2 more breaths. On the next exhale, release down. Take a moment. Awareness to that right leg. Inhale, lift. Relax through the left side. Engage through the right. Reaching those toes towards the back wall. We have 2 more breaths. Exhale, release down. Now let's bend those knees and we kind of crisscross those lower legs. Just kind of a gentle rotation through the hips. So if you found that particularly challenging, I invite you to continue. For the next level, we're going to move into our full locus. So we're going to position ourselves where our chin is resting on the earth. Our arms are alongside of the body. Please bring the legs and feet together. So we're going to do one round, bringing just the legs up, and then we're going to move into lifting the entire body if that's comfortable, arms and legs. So as we hold this pose, prior to the lift, engage the glutes, give them a squeeze. On the next inhale, lift, coming to a height of comfort without strain. If it's comfortable, keep the chin down onto the earth. Reach and stretch with those legs. And then on the next exhale, release down. Give a little shake. And now, if comfortable, on the next round, we're going to lift arms, chin, and legs, if that's comfortable. So prior to the lift, we engage the glutes. On the inhale, we lift. Feel the arms, the fingers reaching towards that back wall. Gentle balance on the abdomen. One more full breath. And then on the exhale, releasing all the way down. Turn the cheek, opposite side. A full inhale, followed by complete exhale. And now bringing the palms of the hands under the shoulders as we press the body up. Coming back into tabletop. We're going to kind of move a little bit more into our cat-cow here. So as we inhale, we're going to invite the torso forward. Draw that navel to the low back. As we exhale, open those knees a little wider than the hips as we sink back, child's pose. 3 more. Inhale, bring the body forward, getting a little core, maybe a little arm work here. Exhale, send the hips back. Breathe, exhale into this. Again, inhale, coming forward. Little core, maybe a little arms. Exhale, reach back. Last one. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, send the hips back, resting. 4 breaths into child's pose. Full deep inhale into the back of the body. As you exhale, release and melt towards the earth. And then on the next inhale, rising up. Coming back into our table, a little bird dog here. Some spinal stability, strengthening here. So we bring that awareness to that left leg. On the exhale, we're going to draw that left knee in. As we inhale, extend. Option 1, toes on the floor or the leg is up. So we check, kind of balance, level those hips. Are you dumping into that low back? Breathe. That navel to the low back. Feel nice and supported. Flex that foot. Really reach that heel towards the back wall. And then option 2, if you'd like, we add the right arm. So variation is just walking those fingers forward. Maybe the toes are down, the fingers are down. Reach reaching, or everything rises, or some variation between. We're going to hold whatever pose 4 breaths. So maybe you play in that, explore. Maybe keeping in mind the motion is lotion. And then on the next exhale, slowly release the limbs. Take a moment, shimmy through the hips, maybe rotate through the wrist. And then we come to the other side. So we reset, get that foundation, awareness to that right leg. On the exhale, draw that right knee into the chest. As we inhale, we extend, either toes on the floor or it reaches, flex that foot, reach. So either way, we're getting extension through that right side. Engage that glute. And then option 2, we engage that left arm. Fingers can be on the earth, can rise, any variation. One more breath. And then as we exhale, we release all the way down. Open those knees a little wide, send the hips back. Child's pose. Full inhale, complete exhale. And now rising back up as we're making our way into standing. So options, if you'd like to just gently roll up, or we can move into down dog, wherever you are in your practice. Going into down dog as we press up. Keep a slight bend into those knees as we gently pedal those heels down. Warming up through the back. If down dog isn't comfortable for you, just walk those hands back. Relax into that forward fold. And if we're transitioning down dog, rise up onto those toes. Send the hips back. Hold pose for 2 more breaths. And then everybody walk those hands back to the feet. A slight bend in the knees. So we just release into this forward fold. Gently shake the head yes. And shake the head no. And then when ready, slowly rolling up. As we inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Release the arms, release the legs. Shake it out. And so now we're going to be moving into our standing practice. And so for that, we're going to need our block. Okay. We're going to place that at the top of our mat. And we're just going to warm up with a little bit of arm motion. So if you have a strap or a blanket or a towel, you can take a hold of that. And we're going to use our strap because sometimes our shoulders kind of are a little talkative. So when we're using our strap, it kind of helps to provide some support when both arms are moving together. So we're just going to have our strap having it about hip-width distance apart. So as we inhale, we're going to reach up. Really stretch those hands away from the shoulders. Exhale, coming down. And again, inhale, push that strap away, reach. Really lengthening, checking that we're not arching through our back here. Exhale, come down. Now a little crescent stretch. So as we inhale, rise up. On the exhale, side bend to the right. And so take a moment, just breathing, really grounding into that left side. And as you exhale, maybe invite that right arm to gently pull that strap. Allowing that left shoulder to gently roll back, opening through the chest. 2 more breaths. On the next inhale, rise up, and exhale, release down. Shake it out. So really good stretch, especially for what we call the QL muscles. Especially gets tight if we've been doing a lot of sitting in front of the computer or TV. So as we inhale, we get long, and then exhale, side bend to the left. So we're not collapsing. We want to really ground into that right side, that right outer part of the foot. And breathe the ribs towards the right. As we hold for 3 more breaths, maybe invite that left arm to get a little bit more of a stretch. On the next inhale, push, rise up, and exhale, release down. Good. Roll those shoulders back for 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to add a little rotation now. We're going to hold this one more time. So we're going to inhale. We're going to lift up. And as we exhale, we release the strap shoulder height as we rotate to the right. So I want to keep those feet planted. I'm moving more upper torso. I'm going to inhale back to center and lift the arm up. Arms up. Exhale, release shoulder height. Rotate to the left. 2 more sets. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rotate. So if there's not much rotation, just allow the eyes to move there. Last set. Inhale, lift. Get a little bit of arm activation with this. Exhale, rotate. Last round. Inhale, up. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, up. Exhale, release down. Good. Set the strap aside. Kind of work it out. This time we're going to be moving into kind of our high lunge. So we're going to stand at the top of our mat. We're going to step back with that right foot. We're going to turn that right foot, say about 20-30 degrees, inviting the hips to face forward. So as we get nice and tall, get grounded in the feet. Feel the feet are trying to pull the mat apart. We want to get a nice foundation here. And then if comfortable, add a slight bend into that left knee. So we're not lunging forward, we're sinking down. Really grounding into that outer part of that right foot and heel. So as our lower body stays, working on stability, balance, strengthening, we're going to incorporate the arms, get a little bit of upper back motion. So we're going to inhale, we're going to reach the arms up, we're going to turn the hands so that the palms are facing forward. And then we're going to move into cactus pose. So as we inhale, we reach. Exhale, we're going to slide down cactus. So again, inhale, reach. Exhale, down cactus. Bring awareness into those shoulder blades. Again, inhale, reach. down. This next one we're gonna hold. Inhale, we reach and stretch. As we exhale, come down and hold. So feel the sensation, the back of the forearm in the hand is trying to reach back. But we're not reaching back with the chest. We want those ribs knitted in. Nice and tall. Feel the crown of the head reaching. Engage that upper back between the shoulder blades. Kind of pushing back for 3 more breaths. Maybe find a place to gently focus the gaze. Feeling strong and stable in those legs. And then on the next exhale, release the arms down. If comfortable, press into that back foot. Step forward. Shake it out. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're just going to change the arm pattern. So we come nice and tall, Tadasana. We're going to step back with that left foot. Turn that foot an angle that's comfortable, but invite those hips forward. So the sensation, that right thigh bone gently drawing back, left hip coming forward, and then we sink. Little bend into that knee. We're not lunging forward, we're going to keep that torso up. This time we're going to do rows. So we're going to place our hands so our thumbs are pointing up. So as we inhale, we're going to reach and stretch. And as we exhale, we're going to graze those elbows by the ribs, pull back and squeeze. Good. 3 more and then we hold. Reach. Down and squeeze. Again, inhale, reach. Down and squeeze. This next one we're going to hold. Reach. Down, squeeze, and hold. So as we hold, let's check foundation. Feet are trying to pull the mat apart. Strong into those legs. Where are the shoulders? Are they hunched by the ears? Can we draw them down? Imagine those shoulder blades are moving into our imaginary back pockets. 1 more breath. And then on the exhale, release the hold. Press into that back leg. Come forward. Shake it out. Inhale. Exhale. Take a moment, move around. So now we're going to move into another movement sequence, standing. So we're kind of moving into a head to knee kind of straddled pose. So we're going to stand, then we're going to place our block on the right side. Coming to Tadasana, we're going to bring that left foot forward. We're going to step back with that right. So just like we were, kind of this high straddle position, we're going to place the back of our left hand onto our low back, and our right arm goes up. And so we're going to do 3 rounds. The 3rd round we hold, and we're going to move with the breath. So the pattern is we inhale and lift. On the exhale, we're going to bend that left knee, fold forward. Maybe we touch the block. Hand goes onto the block. Inhale, lift up partially, look forward. Straighten that left knee. Exhale, bend the knee, fold down. And then on this next inhale, we push, rise all the way up. Release the arm down. Again, inhale, sweep, get long. Exhale, bend the knee, fold forward, torso maybe touches the thigh. Inhale, lift up partially, straighten. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift all the way up. Release. Last one, we're going to hold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Maybe the hand touches touches the floor. Inhale, rise up. An option is maybe reach forward. Exhale, fold, hand onto the block. And now we begin to straighten that left knee as we hold. And so maybe the right hand is on the block. If it's comfortable, the block can change positions. Maybe it's to the earth. So whatever is comfortable for you, the focus is feel the sensation that left hip is reaching back. The right hip gently reaching forward. And then on the next inhale, we press, lift, reach. Exhale, release the arms. Push and step forward. Stretch it out. Take a moment, checking in with the body. And kind of just feel the changes within. How does the left side feel compared to the right? Now we move to the other side. So we adjust our block, put it onto the left side. We're going to step back with that left foot, positioning those hips. Back of that right hand here. Inhale, reach left up. Exhale, fold forward, come down. Inhale, lift up partially. Exhale, fold down and bend. Inhale, rise all the way up. Release. Keep the breath moving here. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale all the way. Last round, we're going to hold. Inhale, up, reach. Exhale, stretch, get long. Inhale, partially, maybe that arm wants to reach today. Exhale, come down. Having that knee bent, feel strong, and then begin to straighten that right knee. Feel the spine lengthening, the crown of the head reaching forward. And then preparing to release, ground into those feet. On the next inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Step forward. Take a moment. Inhale deeply. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. And so now we slowly make our way down onto the mat. I invite you to bring your block. If you don't have your block, the towel will come in handy here. And so we'll take a moment, just lying down onto the back, have the knees bent, soles of the feet onto the earth, and just take a moment, checking in, feeling the changes within. Full deep inhale, exhale. Let it go. So now we're going to move into a little stretching into the front of the body, what we call the psoas in the hip flexor area. So we're going to take our block in its low height, bring the soles of the feet onto the floor. We're going to press into our feet, lift our bottom up, place the block underneath our bottom onto the flat edge of our spine, okay? So kind of how we do a restorative bridge here. Our arms are relaxed alongside of the body. And then we're going to keep that left foot onto the earth And then invite that right leg to straighten. Let the heel rest onto the floor. So see if you can keep your toes pointing towards the sky, and the awareness is right in here in that front of the hip, that thigh area. So we're going to hold this for 5 breaths, and then we're going to move. So as you inhale, draw the breath into the front of that right hip. As you exhale, see if you can let that tension melt. So some sensations, you may feel tension in the front of the body. You may feel some into that low back area. See if you can utilize the breath to release the tension. And now option 1, if this is feeling enough of a stretch and challenge, I invite you to continue here for 5 more breaths. Option 2 is that we now bring awareness to that left leg. And so as we exhale, we're going to draw that left knee in. We're going to place our hand onto our thighs. And so we're going to get just a little stretch that as we exhale, we're going to draw in a little bit. As we inhale, we release, kind of straighten the arms. So it's not a big movement, but it's just getting a gentle kind of counter stretch and release. Keep that right foot flexed. As we exhale, drawing in. Inhale, release. We've got 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. If it's comfortable, hold the knee in for 3 breaths. And then on the next exhalation, slowly releasing that left thigh, let the left foot return to the earth. As we slowly slide that right heel up, bring that right foot to the earth. If you need to take a moment, you can release the pose, release the block, and gently windshield wipe. Otherwise, we're going to move to the other side. So if you've taken that break, replace the block. The sole of the right foot pressing into the earth as we extend that left leg. Flex the foot, toes pointed towards the sky. Bring the breath, the awareness into the front of that hip. 5 breaths here. As you inhale, make space. And on the exhale, release and relax. Softening the tops of the shoulders, relaxing the upper body. And now either remain here for 5 more breaths, or if you like to incorporate the knee, on the next exhale, we draw that right knee in towards the chest. Take a hold of the back of that thigh. So a real small movement. That as we inhale, we just straighten the elbows. If you want, you can have your strap there to help too. Exhale, gently pull in. Inhale, relax. Exhale, release. Three more. So maybe you feel that diagonal stretch as the knee comes in, stretching away from that left thigh, maybe the groin area. And if it's comfortable on that last exhalation, gently hold the knee, hold that thigh in for 3 more breaths. And then on that last exhalation, gently release any hold. Slowly draw that left heel in. Soles of the feet onto the earth as we press into them. Lift up. Release the block. A gentle rotation. Kind of windshield wipe the knees. One side to the other. One side to the other. This time we're going to just gently drop those knees to the right. And so whatever's comfortable for you, you can use your block, let it rest. Maybe you want a deepening twist through the spine. So whatever is comfortable for you today. Then on the next inhalation, gently drawing the knees up. And take a moment, readjust through the body, through the spine. And then when ready, gently release the knees to the left. And again, options. A little restorative, you can use your block under that left thigh or knee. If you'd like a deeper twist, invite the legs down to the earth. And then on the next inhalation, gently drawing the legs up. And then as we take a moment, invite you to move for the next 5 breaths, whatever feels comfortable. Whether you want to take a happy baby or just wiggling through the hips, maybe an alternative inversion. Give yourself 4 more breaths, and then slowly making your way down onto the mat as we prepare for Shavasana. And so before moving into my guided relaxation, I invite you to just check in with the body. As we did in the morning, the beginning of class is observing. And so check in. How do the shoulders feel? The upper back, the neck, the low back, hips. And then the next 2 breaths, just moving the body, whatever feels good. If you need to grab a blanket, a little roll for the head. And then release the body, extending the legs out, the arms alongside of the body, closing the eyes. As I gently lower the lights. So a full, deep inhalation into the front of the body. And as you exhale, surrender, release the entire back of the body to the earth. Bringing awareness to the soles of the feet. Bringing this feeling, this sense of relaxation, releasing tension from the feet into the ankles. Release and relax into the lower legs, the knees, the thighs and backs of legs. Awareness into the hips and buttocks. Release and relax any tension, tightness. As one moves the awareness up the spine. Release and relax the muscles, tendons, each vertebra from the base of the spine, the low back, middle back,
the ribs between the shoulder blades to the neck. Feel the body becoming more grounded as this feeling of relaxation is moving from the pelvic region into the abdominal region, chest, and throat. Awareness to the fingers. Release, relax. Fingers and hands through the wrist, the forearms, elbows, upper arms and shoulders. Allow this feeling of relaxation to move from shoulders and neck into the jaw, cheeks, eyes and eyelids, forehead, scalp, and beyond. And as the body becomes more and more relaxed, visualize a ball of golden light. And allow this golden light to sit at the base of the spine, bringing with it this healing energy, warmth and relaxation to all those special areas we focused today. The low back, the hips and buttocks, middle back between the shoulder blades and neck. Allow this feeling of relaxation to move one deeper to the sense of inner peace and calm, resting in Shavasana. Slowly bringing the awareness back to the breath. Deepen the inhalation and allow the exhalation through the mouth. Bringing the awareness from the breath back to the body. As one begins to wiggle fingers and toes, extending arms overhead, giving the body a gentle stretch. And slowly bending the knees, gently rolling